So I just wanted to go over all of the access points on the vehicle. Throughout the course we would have covered most of the access points, but we're just going to go over panel by panel, making sure that you guys are totally covered up on all of the bits and pieces that you can gain access through. All right, so the bonnet is where we're going to start here. Okay, so as we know, often we'll have the sound deadening or the insulation on here. It's usually clipped in various different places, right? So once we remove the clips and we lay the sound deadening down on top of the engine bay there, you can see that we've got areas that are exposed and areas that are underneath the braces, okay? So obviously the areas that are exposed, we know that we can hang a chain on one of these many holes. We'd prop the bonnet up ever so slightly, so that goes down on top of the bonnet prop, and then we hang the chain in one of these many holes to give us leverage in order to repair the areas that are exposed. So that's fairly straightforward. And then other access points to, for example, behind the brace, so we can use a thin brace tool, which is something that we'll cover at some point on the course, to go underneath these braces. So we slide it, it's called a shave tool. You slide it underneath and you're twisting and levering off of the actual brace itself, okay? Or you can feed in through the holes within the braces that are often where the insulation is clipped onto, okay? So that's how you tend to get under those braces. There's areas like this here, so there's like a rubber stopper here, which you get them on most bonnets. But by twisting and removing that, that will always expose a really great hole for gaining access, and often it's quite wide as well. So you can get quite a substantial rod through that hole, okay? So that's a great one. The front edge of the bonnet, more often than not, will have some form of drain holes, all right? So you can see here and here, we've got nice little drain holes. More often than not, there's intermittent ones along the front edge here as well. There isn't on this example, but the front edge here is always double skinned. So again, you'll always need to go through one of these holes, or you may need to come in through one of the holes that's slightly further back and feed a rod back on yourself to carry out your repair, all right? But generally with access, you just want to make sure that you always pull things apart, take bits apart, undo screws, you know, even the little clips that you get in various different places, pull them out, obviously remembering how everything goes back together. But they will always provide you with some sort of access hole, okay? So like I say, under here there are loads and loads of different holes. Often you'll get clips along here that hold the windscreen wash tube that runs along here. Often there'll be clips, so if you pull those out, that'll often get your rod into position there as well. So the bonnet itself is quite straightforward for access. There's often loads and loads of options. And of course, if we do struggle at any point with access, we know we've always got the glue puller to get us out of trouble, all right?